Syracuse head coach Jim Boeheim joining us now. We did it, Coach.
And you're so lucky. You get to come to Syracuse in April, and it'll be nice. It won't be snowing. And what better present could you have than that? I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Yep.
I mean, it's a step down. We had Bob Costas last year, so we realize it's a little bit of a step down for us, but we're still happy to have you here, Danny.
How long after beating Gonzaga did you think about that you just won the bet that I was coming up to host the gala?
I actually thought just before the buzzer, I was thinking, once I knew we were okay, it was kind of in doubt until right at the end, as was yesterday. Then it immediately popped right into my mind. And I said, oh, we're set. Because I was worried. We were worried about going to really a low level, to get somebody to host. And we've had such a successful gala, and it's been such a great thing for our community that we wanted to get the best available guy, and we got him. And the good thing is, it's 5 minutes speech, and then you can tell all your funny stuff that in 5 minutes. Yeah, 6 minutes. I think you can go over 6 minutes, 7 minutes, and then we do the auction, and have dinner. It's a nice night.
I love that. I love that. I love that. By the way, I don't know if the clock was actually at zeros when I got a text from your wife saying, "Guess who this is?" Question mark, exclamation point. Yeah,
it was just before the clock at zero. See, I really didn't think of it right at that time, but I guarantee you she did.
Oh my God! All right, take me into halftime yesterday when it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all against Virginia.
Well, my talk at halftime was luckily there's still 20 minutes, and a lot can happen in 20 minutes. But the other part of my talk was we're going to play every play, and however it comes out, the people are going to look at us and they're going to say Syracuse tried for 20 minutes. And when you get in that kind of situation, that's what you want your team to do: try every play, because you don't know what can happen. If I'd have been asked, "Are you going to win this game?" at halftime, I would have, it would have been tough to say yes. And the real reason was because I have such respect for Virginia. I think they've got a great team. I think they've got a great coach. I think he's one of the best coaches in the country, the best that we play against. And I just didn't think they would. Things are funny. We made a couple shots, and the press really they only turned it over twice against the press. The difference was that they missed 2 or 3 fairly easy opportunities down there that would have really almost put the game away. And we were able to get the rebound, get it down, and score. And, sometimes people forget that we scored 9 out of 10 times. Against a team like Virginia that gives up about 38% shooting, field goal percentage, and we were shooting about 30 during the game up until that point. And to get 9 out of 10 and 2 freshmen made the 3 threes in a row that we made. We had a 50% foul shooter make both his that we needed. It just, everything came together for us, and everything went wrong for Virginia, and that's how you get an upset. It's a crazy game. I wouldn't have thought we could have come back when we were 14 down and we started really pressing for sure. I just didn't think we could probably get there, but we wanted to give it every effort. And sometimes when you do that, something good happens.
If I said 3 weeks ago you're going to fill out a bracket, how far would you have had Syracuse going?
I was hoping to beat Dayton. I was hoping to beat Dayton. I thought we could. I thought it'd be a close game. Dayton beat us 2 years ago. I thought it'd be a close. I think they were favored by a point. I thought Michigan State would, obviously, like everybody, would beat Middle Tennessee. And I've seen Michigan State play many times this year. I didn't think we could beat them unless, you always, as a coach, you always think you can win. But realistically, I would have been happy with beating Dayton and if we lose to a Michigan State team. When Middle Tennessee won, I knew they had an unbelievable game and they had a really good team, but it wasn't Michigan State. So we felt that we had a chance against Michigan, against Middle Tennessee. So that really, realistically, was my idea. I thought we could beat Gonzaga if things went right. I think they're really good, and I thought we had a chance to beat them. We played very poor offensively, and we needed a comeback. And Virginia was a long shot, no question about it. I think they were an 8.5-point favorite. That's a pretty big favorite to overcome. So I would have been very surprised to a week or 2 weeks ago to think we could be in the Final Four. No question about it. Realistically,
are there two different scenarios if you would win two more games on what your coaching future would be?
No, absolutely not. No.
No matter what happens that Monday night.
No matter what.
Nothing.
No matter what. I've always thought when you win, why would you want to get out?
I agree.
I mean, that's. I've always wondered about that. People saying, you win and you should go out, then you're a winner. Well, I mean, that's winning should make you want to come back and try to do it again. I think the only reason coaches get out is if they're bad. Things are bad, things aren't looking good, then maybe it's time to get out. But I remember I talked to a lot of coaches, and they all said the same thing: coach as long as you can. Every one of them.
Good.
Every one. The only one that didn't was Al McGuire, and he's a different spirit. And he went out on a win because he was going to go out. He wanted to go out. So it was a little different with him. But no, I've talked. Every coach I've ever talked to says don't get out unless you have to.
Does Kevin Costner still hold his Final Four party?
No, he doesn't. I don't even think he's been. I hope he comes this year. He hasn't been since for a long time.
Darn. Yeah.
And that's I believe where we met for the first time in San Antonio. I believe.
Yep. That's when it all kind of came together, and
everybody was chasing around you at the party, and I was sitting in the corner, and nobody knew who I was. It was kind of a letdown at the time because we had won a few games by then, but I got over it. All
right, I'm so behind Syracuse now. I'm going to Houston, just to let you know.
Well, we'll make sure you have the best tickets in the house too.
If you need me to say something to the kids, I'll be more than happy to. If it's best that I stay out of it.
Right now they're in a pretty good place. We want to leave them where they are right now. But if we get in a desperate situation, I'm going to call you.
Yeah, because Bob Knight used me in 1987, but
I know you wouldn't do that to me, did you? Really? Come on. and why would you have to? We're going to Final Four.
Oh, my bad.
And now we get 87. I got all the nightmares coming up again. He's smart.
Was it too soon? It's too soon, right, Coach? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
My bad.
Let me enjoy today, please.
Oh, God. All right. Tell your wife. Be in touch. And
we're thrilled to have you here. We really are.
I'm ready.
You hate these,
I am so. I've been working on my material all weekend long, so I should be able to fill about 5 or 6 minutes.
I think you can do it. Thank you, Dan.
Congrats. Thank you, Coach. All right, that's Jim Boeheim.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.